To me, all I want is everything, yes, everything. Too much is not enough. I'm sick of settling for in between, and I'm not giving up as long as it is. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, Devi, DACAT Shiro Fed update video. Bumper as well. Big day for Bumper. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. We got quite a bit to go over tonight, and it's a good time. I forget where I used to see these ads for like the Paw Patrol movie where it's this little like bulldog, like it's a wonderful thing. I don't know why I've seen those ads before, but I have not seen an episode of that. Although I did see a episode of it on Film Theory, I think it was from years back. Anyway, we have quite a bit to go over today. God, what do we do? What do we do? There's a lot. VeVe meetups and OMI moving. Okay, yep. Devi Definity. Okay. Let's take a look at the Fed meeting first. So we do have a press release from the Fed saying that the Federal Reserve Board announces the withdrawal of guidance for banks related to the crypto asset and dollar token activities related to changes to its expectations for these activities. So the Federal Reserve Board today announced the withdrawal of guidance for banks related to the crypto assets and dollar token activities, related changes to its experiences for these activities. These actions ensure that the board's expectations remain aligned with evolving risks and further support innovation in the banking system. What does it all mean, Basil? That is a gold member? Or is that Spy Who... I think that's Spy Who Shagged Me. Anyway, the board is rescinding, I repeat, it is repealing, it is taking away its 2022 supervisory letter that is establishing expectation the state member banks provide advance notification of planned or current crypto asset activities. So as a result, the board will no longer expect banks to provide any notification and will instead monitor banks' crypto asset activities through normal supervisory process. The board is also rescinding its 2023 supervisory letter regarding the supervisory non-objection process for state member bank engagement in dollar token activities. Finally, the board, together with the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, aka the FDIC, is joining the Office of the Comptroller of Currency in withdrawing from two 2023 statements jointly issued by the federal bank regulatory agencies regarding banks' crypto asset activities and exposures. The board will work with agencies to consider whether additional guidance to support innovation, including crypto access activity, is appropriate. Long story short, rolling back those regulations, making it so that innovation is the main thing that makes America the crypto capital of the world. One of the most heckin' bullish things that I have seen in an age. And let's take a look at like how is the market responding to this? And again, there's a lot of other things to go over, and we'll get that, Brad. Things are relatively flat because again, you had a meteoric rise a couple of days ago. Bitcoin going from 80 whatever to like 93, almost 94,000 now. Ethereum had gone over 1,800, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, down to 1769, about down 1.5% today. But again, this is kind of the calm before the storm. And you do have stuff like Solana that's up 1%, Dogecoin up 2.5%, Cardano up 3.5%. It's just that you have Ethereum that is just been trashed for the last, ever since Eric Trump said, hey, buy Bitcoin at 3,000, it's a really good price, and it got cut in half, or like down like 60%. It was nuts. It's just been hard for it to kind of come back up. It will at some point, but again, we're just not sure when. Take a look at SWI, that's up 13%. And I think that might still be reeling from the Pokemon news yesterday. I did like an entire segment on that last night when I was live there. So if you want to just get like the full thing of that, just go there. Long story short, I think it's kind of a nothing burger, but it is, I think, going to get Pokemon and Nintendo at least comfortable with Web3, which is really, really good for VeVe's chances at getting them, in my opinion. I want to know how much Trump was. So Trump had a meteoric rise the other day, down about 8.3. Again, you can't go up 60% in one day without expecting to have a little bit of a pullback. So it's down about 8.3% today. Yeah, OMI moving. Why is OMI moving? So actually it's only up like 5.5% on the day. It was up like 9 before. But the reason why is because I had somebody message me like, hey, you know, like OMI's moving, you know, and with those eyes, you know, those eye emojis. I was like, oh, is it you? And he said, no, I have my little 408 million over here, haven't bought today. And I took a look at it and it's like, okay, over the last couple of months, you've had these like crazy spikes. And it's really over the last like 6 months we've had those. You can't see it on the, maybe you can. When was this? No, this is like 2024 type of stuff. But you've had crazy spikes over like the last 6 months. And what happens is that it spikes up because you have a whale that goes in and they put in 100 grand or a couple hundred grand, spikes up, and then it just gets sold right back down. But this isn't that. It's just over the last 24 hours, it's a little bit, and then it comes back down, then a little bit, it comes back. You didn't have this major spike that increases it by 50 or 80%. They've just been tiny bits, and I'm not 100% sure really who it is, because it's not any whales that I know. Most of this volume is from Gate.io. The rest is from MEXC. That's about 1.5 million, about 1.6 million actually. And outside of that, there's no other exchange. Oh, I'm sorry. There's OKX has 121,000, but there's really no other ones in the six figures. Yeah, you have Ascendex, but Ascendex, I feel like those are just like bots and wash trading, whatever, because that always has like 140, 150K, like kind of like clockwork. So for this, it probably just random people. And it's like, okay, well, why now? You know, isn't this just going to be like last time? We're up a little bit, we'll come back down tomorrow, and it might. You still have like 13 billion over on Bitforex, so that might, you know, come off at some point. When it does, you have people that might be like, all right, I'm going to sell, found money, and that's fair. I don't agree with those people selling down here, and even a buddy of mine that again has that 400 million is like, dude, who the hell's selling down here? And it's like, well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the fudders don't have any. A lot of the people that are even complaining don't really have any, or if they do, it's just like they've already said like they're down so much that it would be kind of useless to sell at this point. You know, maybe they had purchased like $20,000 worth of OMI and now it's worth a couple $100. Like it's not worth it to sell. Fair point. And again, it's not up crazy amounts, so like 5%. But it's just the fact that it's up that and it hasn't, you know, had that crazy spike. So I don't think this is whale activity. We're at about 2 million volume, so it's not even a ton of volume. We generally have between 1.5 and 2 million anyway. So I think what it is, it's just a couple of people being like, you know what? They have their gains on Bitcoin, like whatever the gains were over the last couple of days, and like I'm gonna roll some into here, some into there, X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. And even today, we had this dude that was kind of pumping Definity. Let's see what Definity's at here. It's up about 8%. It's actually at 2.8 cents. So wind the clocks back, not even a month ago, on like April 8th, we were at 1.5 cents, and we're at 2.8 now. So it's like 90% up from there, 2.84. And did anyone? I didn't even catch the bottom. I think I got a little bit at like 1.7, 1.8, maybe 1.9. But again, a lot of the stuff that I'd purchased was really, well, actually, some of it was probably at 2.5 cents with the discount. But a decent amount of it was at like 3.5, 4, 5 cents. You know, because again, despite it being at 2.8 cents and doing like 90% from where it was, you know, a few weeks ago, it's still less than a $4.5 million market cap. So it's still super cheap, in my opinion. So you take a look at that, and there was a guy that was. And I could always tell when they're kind of like a follower of mine because they always have Devi, they always have Definity. Speaking of which, let's go to Definity or let's go to Devi after this. And this is only $5,400 in volume. This is up 8%. So let's say is that like dude, up, you know, put in $5,400 and you're up $300,000, you know, for the day, like on market cap. So this is why things can go to billions of dollars. You don't have to put billions of dollars in. You just have to put in so much that it just keeps going up. And again, if you have people that don't sell, it's also pretty nice. But let's take a look at Devi. They had a little bit of volume today as well. especially over the last like couple of hours. So actually, they didn't have a lot of volumes, only 625,000 in volume, which is not a lot. They have usually between 3 and 8, give or take, and whenever it does like a couple million, you have a bunch of whales coming in. It kind of spikes up. It's not what we had today. So OMI is number 609 on CoinGecko. Devi is 593, up 7.5% today to 7.1 cents. I'm sorry, 71 cents. Apologies about that, 71 cents. And let's see if do I have any news for Devi over the last couple of days? Let's take a look. See. I know I had posted about it over on X not too long ago. Devi Exchange says it's not magic. It's just the next generation digital asset. Devi digital asset exchange, Devi Exchange. But Ray Quintana, who's the CEO now, explains it best. Take a look at why we are truly one of a kind. Why we're better than Binance, Coinbase, Bybit, obviously FTX. And he goes on to just really say that you have all of these other exchanges that force you to give them your funds, to give them access to your crypto, custody of that crypto, and there's nothing you can do. And for FTX, you have that, they build a back door, they take it out of there. Like that doesn't happen with Devi because you never have to give up custody of your own stuff, which is brilliant. So I go in and says, y'all want to get a jump on this? You'll never have to give up custody of your crypto again when trading. That's what the Devi Exchange is doing. That's why I love the Devi ecosystem team and why their Devi token is super undervalued. Sign up today. Link down below if you want to go in and use that. And again, the referral program is absolutely bananas. So be advised, I have 38 people signed up that use my code, and I'm still referral ranking 101, meaning that there's 100 people ahead of me that have signed up, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100 people, which is nuts. That is bananas. There's going to be a lot of people using this exchange. There's going to be a ton of use for the Devi token because if you want to, let's say like Fastly, FSLY, you want to trade the Fastly stock for Ethereum, you can do that on the Devi exchange. You'll sell your Fastly, it converts to Devi, and then the Devi converts to Ethereum. Or let's say you want Cloudflare. You want to have Cloudflare and you want to buy like Solana with it, like whatever. Cloudflare converts to Devi and Devi converts to Solana and it's just a beautiful freaking thing. Devi Exchange is a place where I'll help get OMI on, and probably Shiro as well. Because Shiro, let's take a look at Shiro right now. Oh God, where am I? Because Shiro always tends to have a good day as well. Shiro is generally around OMI when it comes to volume. They have 2 million in volume today. They are down about 3%. On the day to about a $14.6 million market cap. But again, they had like an $8 million market cap like a couple weeks ago. So they've done pretty nicely as well, kind of similar to what Definity's done. And again, pretty low market. Now, obviously, they don't have the funds that Definity's doing, but they are really good at marketing. So for example, yesterday, talk about the journey is here, just the beginning, and Shiro's meow has gotten stronger. There are $22,000 in Shiro to be claimed. Started on April 22nd, and it ends on May 1st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a $10,000 prize, a $5,000 prize, a $2,000 prize, and you have 10 people that can win $500. Every $100 buy is an entry. So $1,000 would be 10 entries into draw, and this is for decentralized exchange purchases only. And there's an additional bonus at $20 million market cap. They will burn 2% of the entire supply. That is $400,000 in Shiro. And you do have to hold for 2 weeks after the contest and to qualify for that. But yeah, they are very, very good at marketing. And if you want to have another chance to try to get there, to try to get some extra Shiro tokens, all you have to do is write a story with the hashtag Shiro Bounty Complete. On there, you can @ Shiro and give the $ Shiro. And I wrote what I'm very proud of. It's a pretty good story. It has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
And once you're able to do that, you get an entry in there. I have a bunch of people that I have to get back to, as I haven't gotten back to them yet. I talked to the, or at least I sent a message to the head animator for Shiro. The story that I'm doing with them, or the story that I did just here for that came up in a couple of seconds. That's a very good story, and that would sell. Not everything I write is good, but that was good. Speaking of stories, you guys are going to get your money's worth for DeCat. The comic, the first one, again, that's 45 pages. With the editing, you might have a little bit less, a little bit more. We'll see. But I am on page 50 for the second comic. And it'll probably be 51, 52 pages. And it's probably going to be $10. So again, you guys are really getting your money's worth. There's comics out there that are like, the one I got yesterday was like $8 and change. It was now granted, it's Spider-Man versus Predator, and it's good. Let me take a look at that, because it was like $8, and it was like, it's not a lot of pages, but let me see here. Go to the comics. Yeah, Predator versus Spider-Man, #1. And again, it was good. Can I read this freaking thing? Okay, read comic. And it says 33 pages, but the 33rd page is just like kind of like the back cover. 32nd page is just like some artwork. The 31st page is just kind of whatever. So the last page is really page 30, and the first page is the cover. So it's really 29 pages, and it was like almost $9. That first page, or like that first DeCat book, is going to be 45 pages for $10, and the second one's going to be like 52 pages. And again, I'm on like page 50 right now. I should finish that before the end of the night. So I don't want to spend a ton of time on here, because I really have to go and get that bread. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm going to have to hire like a second animator, because I don't want the first one to come out, let's say, in like August, and then the second one did not come out until like March of next year. So I really want to get that really drawn out, because it's just going to take forever if I just have one person do it. So I might have a couple people do it. But the first one's going to be great. The first one's going to be, again, we were thinking between 1,000 and 3,000 editions. We might settle on 2,000. 1,000 will sell out, no problem. 1,500 would probably sell out, no problem. But 3,000 is just, even though if we have that, we'd probably sell 2,000 copies, maybe 2,500, maybe even sell out eventually. But it's just, we want to make sure to actually sell out, because this way it kind of creates hype. If you go in and make a certain amount of money, again, we'll probably get a drop on VeVe for it, which will be really cool. And we have a lot of stuff we're working on, so I'll keep you all posted. It generally does cost a little bit to be in the comic. If you want to be in the comic, shoot me a message, and we'll see if we can come to a deal and work some stuff out. Now, I've gone over Devi, Definity, DACAT SHIRO. Okay, DACAT token here, $464 on the day, so not a ton. $588,000 market cap, and 2.6 negative 2 point. What? I said it cost a couple $1,000, right? I didn't. Did I? Right. I said, if you message me, come to it. Oh, Give me one sec, guys. All right. Maybe it doesn't have to be a couple grand. It's gonna be yeah. Okay. Yeah. This will work. That'll be fine. Bill Gardner saying first, what's going on? Bill Gardner saying bump get. Oh yeah, we got to go over bump, bro. We got to go over bump. Bump's up like 50% today. 65% today. So close to 69% today. 65.9% bump is up on the day. And how much in volume? $2,200 in volume. Now up over $1 million market cap. And again, this one guy that was purchasing Definity, that was purchasing Devi, was also buying Bump. This is how I know they're a follower. They have like 100-something million OMI, so they're no slouch. And they also had a ton of like this pump token. So I want to go over that real quick because I did not where's the pump? It said it was like 21 days old, 22 days old, $21 billion market cap, but only 15,000 involved. Like it didn't make a lick of sense. Creator percentage is 12% of it though. Oh, the top 10 holders hold 55%. But let me take a look at the rest of it here. It does have a honeypot, but the rest of it's pretty good. There's 38,000 holders. Hold on one second here. But there's no rug pull risk on it. There's no airdrop risk, whale, blacklisted, no buy tax. Honestly, it doesn't seem bad, but as far as security goes, but again, $21 billion market cap doesn't really make a whole lot of sense there. Anyway, that's on pump, but we are looking at, and that guy has a couple $100 grand of pump. You can't really liquidate that if there's only, $15,000 in volume. But yeah, bumper up 66%. Pretty excited for that. Granted, it's still way down from where it was, and again, it's still only a $1.1 million market cap. But this is nice. It's nice. It's always nice when that happens. Tammy says, second, yo, what's up, Tammy? How's it going, fam? Meow, 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 meow. But it says, it's weird actually seeing OMI being up for once. Again, like you can't go in and just and launch VeVeverse, like you launch a whole freaking metaverse. You launch Stacker. Well, Stacker's going to get launched in a couple of days. We have that announcement. You have the VeVe Comics. You have an affiliate program. Granted, they haven't really made much use of that affiliate program yet. But you can't do all of that and expect it not to move eventually. Again, one, we were just absolutely punished by the multiple lawsuits and the bear market and stuff like that. We have another small Definity buy here. I don't think it's a lot at all. Actually, that might not even, I don't even think that registered as a Definity buy. I don't think that, yeah, no, it's not even, yeah, it was like $98 that somebody had to be like, yeah, I'll throw, it was just fine. 100x from here, that's not bad. That's $9,800. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, you can't go and experience and roll out all of these incredible things with VeVe and OMI and expect it to continue to go down forever. Now, again, you had a lot of the lawsuits happening. You had a lot of manipulation happening. You had this horrendous downturn the last couple months because of like tariff war, trade war, Russia and Ukraine still going on, although that seems to be better now, and that seems to hopefully get a thing going over for us in the next couple weeks. It had to give at some point. And they're the best and again, the space is not in the narrative, but they're the best in the space, like bar none. And, it's got to get attention to some people eventually. BB Zombie says, yo, what up, Zombie? How's it going, fam? Ginferno says, howdy. Oh, Jay, the cool cat saying Shiro is right here. Turtle says, bread, let's get it. Turtle Golf tagged me in something today, and I wanna give, I really want to future, forget my past. I think I had messaged them. Turtle, where are you? Okay, so there's this thing called Lofi the Yeti. I don't really know who they are, but Turtle likes them. And I shot a message. He's like, hey, is there any chance that you can get, in this comic here? And I was like, they can get. I was like, you know what? Let me send them a message because I have a pretty good idea of where I would put them. In the it wouldn't be in the first or second unless they paid a ton of money to be in the first or second. Just because it's already like done, it's already written. Again, the second comic will be written, like it'll be finished. The writing will be finished like tonight. Probably after like 52 pages. But they could be in a future one, or again, they could pay a decent amount and be in the first or second one. But I'd have to rewrite stuff, and it would be a pain. But we could definitely do that. Players want to know what I was laughing at. Did you tell them? Shout out to a friend of mine that was playing poker today and got quad aces before. Thought that was nice. They're all going how to farm. No, okay. Randy, people sell for tax. That's true. That's true. You have tax season. It's among us. It's there. It's a thing. YOLO, YOLO. Yeah, it's a thing. People do be selling for tax reasons, whether to pay their taxes or to be like, hey, I have a bunch of gains. I'm going to sell so I can, lock in some losses to counteract those gains. That happens too. And I get DeLorean Motor Company and local communities engage via comic creator tool. The DeLorean Motor Company, that might take some finagling because you might need different licenses for that. But Lofi, all I have to do is just reach an agreement with them on which comic they want. So again, if they reach an agreement with me before the first comic comes out, that's fine. But once that comic comes out and it mints out and it makes well into the 5 figures, prices are going to go up like in a big way. My hair's not long enough yet where it like all of the hair gets in there. Anyway, yeah, so the price is going to go up in a big way once that one comes out, and there's a lot of but yeah, we'll see. If they want to go in and be in a few and lock themselves into a future one, now that's cool. But we can do something with them. And Robinson says, I'm in that boat. I'm down so bad it isn't worth selling unless I really need to at some point. I think I had told people at some point, I was like, guys, I'd rather be homeless than sell my OMI at these prices. And I would. The summers be hard, the winters would be brutal. That's a SpongeBob reference. Abe says, God, winning. First one here, winning. I'm just here so I won't get fined. Oh, my man, what up? All right, let me get to some of this news here because there's a lot to go over. No, not really. Hold on one second. The only how egotistical. I love that. Confidence is great. Okay, let's go to yesterday. Where'd we get to yesterday? President Trump says the U.S. will have a fair trade deal with China, which is great. There is Trump is going to host a dinner with the 250 biggest holders of his meme coin. Treasury Secretary Bessent says China needs to change. The country knows it needs to change. Everyone knows it needs to change. And President Trump says that a Russia-Ukraine deal is very, very close. Cannot wait for that. Japanese automaker Toyota announces $88 million U.S. investment to boost hybrid vehicle output amid tariff war. Some of the tariff war is going very, very good for us. There's been, I don't know how many billions of dollars that have been brought to us among that, which is great. Oh man, I can't believe people shorted Trump. Ripping pasta. You have the Shiro community being really active on CoinMarketCap, going in and just commenting all the good stuff. Alabama drops enforcement action case against Coinbase. Didn't even know that was a thing. Apparently it is. Dynamite Comics this week released Sherlock Holmes Year 1, Elvira, Mistress of Dark, Spring Special Shot #1, The Complete Alice in Wonderland #3, Greatest Adventure #4, and many more. They also released Powerpuff Girls #5, Evil Ernie #3, Lady Demon #3, Red Sonja #10, Thundercats #7, and Purgatory #2. Thundercats, the first one, was like okay. I'm glad I read it, but yeah, I am curious to read the others. Plume Network just listed on Kraken Exchange. Somebody yesterday bought $5 million worth of the Trump meme token in order to try to get in the top 250 so they could have dinner with Trump. I guess it's worth that much to him. When you finish that third basket of rolls at Texas Roadhouse and now you're having trouble breathing. I love these memes so much. China does say it's open to resuming trade talks with the United States. Weird. Yesterday they said like, oh, we have not had any trade talks with the U.S. so far. And yet today Trump's like, no, we had one today. Very interesting. Oh, yeah. So Tammy Hanna got her third, count them, third gold and silver VeVe logo. Shout out to Tammy Hanna for getting that third logo. Absolutely bananas. Tammy says, thanks, Mr. MC1, for all of the encouraging words. I'm excited to see where VeVe goes in the future. I believe the gold and silver logos will be an intricate part of that. And Mr. MC1 says, it's a small family of those that David either admitted for their collections, thanked for their contributions, have just been very loyal, or just had extreme belief to pick it up in the market. Anyway, all of those that have it today are part of an incredible family with a lot of love and gifts shared. Over the years, its stature has grown more and more despite what has happened in markets, etc. Cheers to deep believers like you. White House says that there will be no unilateral reduction in tariffs against China. They're playing hardball with them. Russia is going to launch a Bitcoin and crypto exchange for super qualified investors. They're kind of where the US was like X amount of years ago. So, all right, whatever. President Trump says that we're going to be able to substantially lower taxes on Americans because of tariffs. Get rid of the taxes. Slash it, slash it. O'Milly says, hey, everyone. Hope you're having a dope week. O'Milly is having a Twitter space tomorrow, I think at 6:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with Dr. Prophet and with Foster Hill. So they're going to have I'm hoping, a lengthy conversation. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. Bro, why do you got to do that? I might go live earlier in the day or super late at night because, Friday. Budge. Okay. Yeah, I might go live earlier in the day tomorrow because of that. And he wants me up there. Emily said he wanted me to like speak and like I really don't want to speak unless I have like nothing, unless I have like something to contribute. Tomorrow they're gonna talk about what they're gonna talk about. I will go on to ask some questions. However, I don't want to have them accidentally say anything that they shouldn't. So I will go on. I will probably ask a question or two. They're probably going to be softball questions. One might not be. One will actually be really good. And maybe some others. I don't know. I've never do any preparation for any interviews or any shows or anything like that. Oh, hello. That is strange. All right. I'll take that. How much are they going to talk? I mean, we'll probably get a little bit of alpha on there. I'm not going to expect a ton, but we'll get a little bit, just a little bit. Bill Gardner, give me those dabs. Yeah, what up, Bill Gardner? How's it going, fam? Was saying O'Malley has a massive space tomorrow at 3:55 p.m. That is Pacific time, 6:55 p.m. Eastern, because Eastern is the only time that matters. O'Malley says, "Thank you, Wes. Dr. Prophet Foster will be in spaces discussing all things OMI to NFT." And maybe some AI. We'll see. Why mention AI? Well, they'll tell you. Maybe. I don't know if it's ready yet. Connor, give me those waves. Meow, meow, meow. And a vampire. Oh, just 300. Yeah, why not? Why not? Hi. Hi. How to? Are you coming to the tree? All right, sorry. All right, let's move on here. This is the beginning. Sean O'Hare yesterday saying breaking the grand prize vault breaker for today's mystery drop. I think it sold out. Yeah, it did sell out. The giant size X-Men #1 CGC 9.0. The comic is valued at $3,800, and Fanable will offer a 90% instant buyback offer to whoever lands the massive key comic. However, I think that is something that it was sold out already. I just didn't get to report on it yesterday. Yesterday I was talking all about Pokemon and Parasol and why why Pokemon might be on Sui, but probably not, and Pokemon will likely be on VeVe. Speaking of X-Men, they did burn yesterday the X-Men 1963 Rip and Pasta. Trump did say over the next 2 to 3 weeks, the U.S. will set tariffs for China. I guess more permanent ones. And Dr. Prophet says Stacker just leveled up your login options. Click on settings. You can now add Google, Twitter, Discord sign-ins alongside an email login. Switch between them whenever you want, plus link passkeys for extra security. More ways to access equals never getting locked out of your Stacker account again. How did she get my WhatsApp? Oh man, we're gonna have a talk. 5.3 million people are in default on federal student loans, guys. If you take out a loan, you should probably pay it back. Just throwing that out there. Omar saying, good evening. What up, Omar? How's it going? Meow, meow, meow. Will only be $1 by 2030. Most experts doubt it, but I guess anything can happen. We'll see. I'm excited to have 3 logos. Grandbabies will be happy later. They will, but you gotta put it for them in a trust or something. So and put it in a trust that they can't access until they're 25, because young people tend to be stupid, and you don't want them to sell it. You want them to keep it. Boge says, have some dry powder for some different cryptos. Debating if to pop now or wait until after this weekend. Any thoughts if you think Bitcoin will pump, drop, or trade sideways this weekend? Not financial advice, of course. Let's take a look. I mean, let's go over the last 7 days of Bitcoin. Its high was 94.3. Its low over the last 7 days was 84, maybe 83.9. It depends how long you want to hold it for. If you hold it for 4 years, it's you're probably going to have a multiple X on it, like a 4 or 5X. If you hold it for that long. But if you're just in for a short-term flip, listen, if you do get gains on it, have to pay taxes on it. It's gonna be short-term capital gains if you're in the US, and it's rough. I don't know what happens in the short term. I'm more of a long-term reader. And again, even though nothing's a guarantee, but pretty likely to get a multiple X return on it in the next couple of years, maybe even a 2X in the next year, next 8 months. If it gets to 186, 187, I just think there's a lot better ROI in these kind of super undervalued tokens, in my opinion. So holding OMI on Stacker gives a ton of MCP points. I wonder if there will be a reward for holding the max 10 million versus 7 to 8 million. Probably not. They already kind of gave that with the Akomi Secret Rare logo. But you know what? We'll see. We are not sure. We'll take a look. Anyway, let's go on to the rest of the news. Where was I? Travas Gregory, if he's still here, I had given VeVe your account name, and you will get that airdrop at some point over the next couple days or a week or so. Trump calls for more babies as birth rate barely budges in 2024. The U.S. birth rate ticked up just 1% in 2024, still hovering near historic lows, according to new CDC data. Fertility rate hit 54.6 births per 1,000 women aged 15 to 44, up just 0.2%. Trump calling himself the fertilization president, that is wild, has ramped up efforts to reverse the decline, floating IVF incentives and even a $5,000 baby bonus for new mothers. Critics argue economics, not ideology, drives the trend, but Elon, with calling low birth rates as an existential threat, Trump's baby push is just getting started. Here's the good and the bad with that. The good is that when people have found money, they tend to not be too responsible with it. So if you have people, and it's well, Chavez, not everyone's irresponsible. Some people, yeah, a lot of people are super responsible. But if you're going to have a baby, specifically for the 5,000, probably not. I'm not gonna lie. Probably a recipe for disaster. However, that being said, might be good for crypto. Have a baby, 5K, spend it on crypto, attempt to turn it into something else. Yeah, wild stuff. Anywho, let's move on, shall we? We have, dude, that Predator versus Spider-Man #1 was so good. That was 100% worth the $8 or $9 that I spent, however much it was. You have a guy named Amirnav, AMIRNAV 75 saying, OMI price on December 21st, 2025 is going to be 25 cents. Mark it. And I said, consider it marked. Actually, he just commented again, saying, even basic memes have done 100x, plus OMI has the utility and strong team and great community behind it, just needs a few good exchanges, and boom. Boom. Even though, like Chavez, do you think it could be worth 25 cents? It could. I would not bet on it. What I would bet is if people can, smash that like button, free way to help support the channel, that'd be great. Anyway, I would not bet that it happens, at least not this cycle. Could it? Yeah, it could. Would I bet my entire net worth that it doesn't reach that? No, because God forbid it does. But I'd probably put like a 10 grand bet on it that it doesn't reach that. Because if it does reach that, then I have way more than that anyway, so it doesn't matter. But again, I don't think it goes that high. But again, stranger things have happened. We'll see. Japan's MetaPlanet brought 145 more Bitcoin worth 13.5 million. The company now holds a total of 5,000 Bitcoin. You have a, I don't know if I want to even go over this. I guess free advertising for them. Mr. MC1 says, VeVe futtered lie. Here is the proof. 2 years ago, Dr. Profit had 17,000 collectibles, and now after 2 years, he still has only 17,000 collectibles, only. His stacking happened 3 to 4 years ago when VeVe was an open ecosystem, and way before Stacker World as a third-party marketplace was needed or conceived. Dr. Profit is a very high-integrity CEO, an incredible human, and these fudders don't even read blockchains and say anything. Today, a futter lied, cried, stuttered, stammered, and fell on his face publicly at VeVe Official, at Akomi, at Coin Orca, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wait. You in? Hold on 1 second. You in? Are you in? Sorry. Coin Orca, just closing the loop on that liar who came to your space and made mindless personal accusations. Here's the report from 2 years ago and the recent one on the same page. I don't know what the person said, but you have Mr. MC1, good soldier, refuting that. This Coin Orca person, I don't even know, is it Coin_Orca? Is this person named Venus? And this person was very nice and had said like, hey, Randy, I have I'm going to shoot you a message. Can you answer? Yeah, sure. No problem. Shot me a message. I don't know if I want to, there's nothing really bad in here. Very nice, respectful, saying the name, I don't know if I can, oh no, he said the name is Venus. And I manage the Bamboo Club Live. I was hoping you'd like to be a guest on our show. Oh my God, did my voice just crack? I'm putting together a panel of people to discuss the state of VeVe. It'll take place in an X space and streamed on YouTube. During the show, we can promote your channel or anything else that you want to promote. It's going to be a respectful debate between different points of view on the state of VeVe. Right now, I'm shooting for April 23rd at 7, and which was yesterday, and so she did it. Says, I would love to have you on as a panel guest if you're interested. This will be a special show for us because it's our first show using this format. Let me know if you have any questions and if that time works for you. So I took a look at her page and some of her replies. And on the replies, like, she asked a lot of people. which is fine. You know, you want different people with different points of view. Makes a good show. Understand. But it wasn't just people, respectful people. Like a lot of the people she was asking was a lot of people that have been very disrespectful to many others, many of which I had blocked. And the only time I block is if you're lying. If you're just straight up lying, I'm gonna block. Like, again, you make fun of me all you want. That's fine. If something's funny, it's funny. Now, granted, sometimes someone just says something like insulting, and it's like, all right, like I get it. Like I'm not laughing, but I get it. And then sometimes someone makes fun of me, and I was like, bro, that that was good. You know. Um, so again, just for this, why a couple of people have asked, hey, why weren't you on there? Everyone was on there. It's just because when she said it's going to be a respectful debate and then asked people that have been well known to be blatantly disrespectful, I was very nice. I was like, hey, listen, I appreciate you reaching out. Unfortunately, I just won't have time, but thanks for watching. And I don't know if she really knew that. She might be a very nice person. I don't know her at all. And apparently a lot of people went to the space. But yeah, I'm not getting that bread at this time. Anywho, let's continue on here. Give me 1 second. Oh, you got this. Hoping a friend of mine gets this bread. Oh, well. The cat token is the top again on Memezilla. It always gets that bread. Gotta love it. Copy that. Me neither. Something that I always love to read from Jeremy Padawar, and I try to read this as often as possible. He says, investments have ups and downs. Patience can yield big returns. $10,000 invested in Apple stock in 1982. 10 years later, you would have 5x your money, having $50,000. 10 years after that, you would have lost 40% of your money, going back down to $30,000. In 2012, 10 years after that, you would have had $2.5 million. And in 2022, if you would have held on, you would have had 20.875 million. Jeremy Padawar had bought $20,000 of Apple in the year 2000. He wound up selling that for an $8,000 loss. Today, or not 3 years ago, on April 12th of 2022, if he would have kept that, it would have been 14 million. He says never again. So that is why if you have a company that is really, really good and they have revenues and they're growing and they just good CEOs and they have plans, you can sell, but it might be at your own peril. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, BlackRock has bought $643,200,000 worth of Bitcoin yesterday. Ethereum max paying price is 1,900 or 805 million notional value on a put call ratio. Russia is launching a crypto exchange for qualified investors, and Securitize debuts a new crypto index fund with Mantle's $400 million hair backing. Where was I? Let's go over some of the comments, y'all. Dry powder. Planet Vampire says, congrats, Sammy Hanna. Congrats. The Razor says, I bought some more OMI, Definity, Devi, Alluvium, and MK today for $1,000. Get that bread. Get it. Brand says, Shiro fam here. Yo, what up, Shiro fam? Was singing your praises before. It's crazy that OMI has to do 100x just to get to 2 cents. It does. Brando X says, thoughts on Shiro doing an image NFT collectible similar to CryptoPunks or Pudgy Penguins? I like the ideas of getting revenues, but your first NFT, Shiro's first NFT, like that can only happen once. Like first edition Charizard, granted that wasn't actually the first Charizard ever, but first edition Charizard, don't even pick Charizard because that everyone knows that. Even pick like first appearance Pidgeot, Hollow. That wasn't even in the first set. That was, you had to go over to Jungle for that, and it was done very well. You can't make another first edition. It's like you can't replicate that. There's only one that can be the first appearance of Shiro on the blockchain. And what I would do, Brando X, and I don't know how many people from Shiro are here talking about it, or from the whale chat or whatever that's watching. But what I would do is I would write a killer comic, like something that's just like, this is great. Have a hook, have something that people really want to read. Have the community go in and be like, okay, we're going to do 1,000 mints, 2,000 mints. Like, you have a big community, so I would say do it. And then, if you can write a great story, let's say you have a comic that's 30 pages, and the 30-page comic sells for $7. And with that, you do 1,500 mints. Let's say 1,490 because VeVe will keep a little bit. You make $10,000, and once you can do that, VeVe might say, "Oh wow, this comic did really well. Let's go in and let's give you a drop on VeVe." So that this way, the first digital collectible NFT, like this is the way to go and get into VeVe's good graces. You write a killer comic, something that's going to be awesome, and then you have it sell out. And you can get the community to do this. And once it sells out, and one, that Shiro the comic will, like, some of that revenue is going to come back to you. Like, VeVe doesn't keep all of it. VeVe will keep lion's share, but majority share. But you guys will get some revenue. You can use that for whatever you want. And again, if it does really well on VeVe, which it should, even if it was a net negative and you guys had to spend more money than you would make, which probably might be a wash, it's going to get a ton of eyes on Shiro because it could be on the VeVe platform. And that's just as a comic. You'll be able to tell people after it's done, yeah, we're on the same platform as Marvel, the same platform as Disney, like all of the shoulder to shoulder, all those comics, and then getting an actual drop on VeVe again. But it has to be good. If the comic is bad, people are gonna be like, bruh. Because like I can go on here and talk about Shiro all I want, which again, great things with the green wall buy, great things with the new $22,000 Shiro buy giveaway that they have going on, giving away 5 figures in prizes, which is amazing. That's all one thing, but there's multiple other comic shows out there that cover stuff on VeVe with people that don't listen to me. So if you can go in and write a stellar comic, the art is great. I've seen the art. The artist is cool. But if you can write a stellar comic, and it's one, they're going to go over it in other places, and two, if you can get a drop on VeVe, like there are people that only care about comics, and there are people that have zero interest in comics. So you are kind of limited if you have like a comic drop on VeVe, because not everybody likes comics. People are like, yeah, it's whatever. I'll collect, the digital collectibles though. But if you can go in and make the comic successful enough to the point where that VeVe wants to go in and do a drop for you guys, which if you guys can make money and have it sell out, they'll be like, oh, maybe we should. Then yeah. So again, I've talked or sent messages to the head animator. He is very busy. I don't know if you guys can use an existing comic, or if you want to be like, hey, here's this one random comic, we'll try to do another. Let me know. I would love to co-write it, or even just write it for you. Again, Brando X, take a look at my post about it was yesterday, so it's not, you don't have to scroll back too far, on my X account. It was 1 day ago, where it talks about my submission for the Shiro Bounty Complete Challenge, Shiro, $Shiro. And just take a look, be like, if the story, if you're not into it, be like, hey, the story's kind of and if that's the consensus among the Shiro community, be like, hey, listen, Randy's great at promoting the token, he's great at promoting the project. but this type of thing, this writing, we're not really into. We'll stick with our own comic. By all means, that is fine. Because again, you only get my Eminem one shot, one opportunity. Sees everything you ever wanted. Because if you go out and write a comic on and you put it on VeVe and it flops, it's you'll kind of get one shot at that. However, you have a very large community. So what you could do is you could, even if the comic was trash, right? Even if you upload like pages of just nonsense, the community could go in and they could say like, okay, guys, if you like the creators and the devs of the Shiro community can say, if you buy a comic, we'll give you a couple dollars in Shiro. If you complete the set, we'll give you more dollars in Shiro. If you stack certain amounts of them, if you buy X amount, if you buy 10 comics, spend $70, we'll give you like, so you guys can get it sold out. A lot of people do this to get on the New York Times bestseller list. They go to their people and be like, hey, if you buy 20 copies of my book, I'll give you a free video message, or I'll give you a free whatever. And they go to their audience, and that's how they get on the New York Times bestseller list. Like, what do you think we're doing with DACAT? We're telling people in the Sharby community, in Chaos on the Chains, in Crappy Bird, in a bunch of these different places, and are like, hey, if you do these things, we'll give you airdrops of your favorite token if you do these things. And again, that's an amazing way to go over and get on VeVe's radar and to get their attention. I'm giving you the formula of what DACAT is doing, and we're doing it exceedingly well. Like exceedingly well. And now granted, my comic's going to be 45 pages, the first one. The second one's going to be 52 pages because I'm up to page 50 right now. We're going to finish it tonight. But that's the blueprint to get on VeVe. Write a killer comic, have it sell out, and then VeVe will be like, okay, yeah, let's go and do this. Because again, even if the comic is trash, as long as it sells out, VeVe doesn't care. Making the money. What, your community bought this? This is shit. Okay, yeah, let's give out this drop. Let's get you this drop because they know they're going to make money with it. You have key comics. I put key on here like from Marvel that get like a couple $1,000. If you can write a comic that outperforms what Marvel's doing, rolling out the red carpet for you, and I guarantee you that it happens because again, we're doing that with DACAT. That is going to, and you guys have a bigger community than DACAT. So you guys could probably do like 5,000 editions at like $10, $7 each. And it would, 5,000 might be a lot, but that might sell out. But also things have been bad for so long. NFTs haven't been in the narrative. That narrative will come back eventually. So if you guys decide, hey, give us a couple months, we'll have something to write. We'll have someone draw it out. Whatever you plan to do right now, like there's like what, 700, 800 people on VeVe on any given day. That is nothing. If you guys come on in like, and drop a comic 5 months from now, you could add a 0 to that and there could be thousands of people on VeVe every single day. So yeah, that's the blueprint to go and do it. First edition stamp is meh and Pokemon. Okay, so obviously that's your opinion and you are more than entitled to that. And you probably represent a minority of people that are just like, well, it's a little thing. It has a 1 on it. What's the difference? Understand? However, the majority of people covet that like no other. I like the 1996 Japanese set more. It was first after all, also highly undervalued. A lot of Japanese stuff is undervalued. Some of the rarest and most expensive cards in the hobby are Japanese. Payouts. Keep me posted on how you're doing. Meow. Sorry, excuse me. Where was I? Okay, we got China says that, yeah, this morning China's like, yeah, we haven't had any trade negotiations with the United States, contradicting President Trump claims. And Trump's just like, bro, we had a meeting this morning. What the fudge are y'all talking about? Redo X says, I'll check and read it. I really like the comic idea over just an image NFT. Because again, the comic idea, like that's not going to be your bread and butter, which, you know, it might be, especially if you guys do really well. But what's going to be good is that if that goes in and sells out and VeVe gives you a drop, you could have a high-end 3D digital collectible that you can go in and play with in AR, like in virtual reality, in augmented reality. It could have noise, it could have a meow, it could have like whatever you want with it. And again, the point of this all is going to be able to get eyes on the token. Oh, they made like $20,000. Like they sold out their comic, $20,000, and it's just going to get eyes on your project. And the same thing, not with the comic, but also with the digital collectible. The companies that are doing this, not as like a cash out, like, yeah, let's drop this comic, let's drop, like, but to get eyes on their token, it's a really, really big thing. So yeah, it's my advice. I saw your Shiro post the other day, Randy. Good work. Dabs, thank you. I'm a pretty good writer. Space Scooter says, I like the idea more of influencer / non-Marvel comics being on the app, but I do think the sections for the two should be clearly defined. Most Critical has a comic too that could work on VeVe. Moist Critical. Moisted than an oyster. Sorry. Oh, hey, Shiro. Just give me a like. Thank you, Shiro. I mean, I don't really see why they should have the two separate, because again, I read not Dymatize, DynCorp. No, that's a Jesus. I've been in military stuff too long. Dynamite Comics, and even Marvel Comics. I've read a lot of their stuff. Not all of it is good. The comic that I'm going to release is better than half of that stuff out there, like probably 75% of that stuff out there. What really kind of gets them over the edge is like the IP, like Mars Attacks. I'm not gonna lie, that was a fun comic. My comic is better written. But again, like if somebody you know that was born in like 1990 goes on the VeVe Comics website and just searches, and they don't know what DACAT is, like, yeah, what is this? If they see DACAT and they see Mars Attacks, like, oh, Mars Attacks has a comic. They're going to buy Mars Attacks just because of the IP. So a lot of things do okay on there, specifically because of the IP and the characters that you know and love. Once they read that DACAT comic, they'll be like, oh, this is good. But again, they have to read it first. But yeah, I don't see any reason why they should be like separate though. Anywho, let's continue on. We have a bit more to go over. Why? Thank you, Shiro. Shiro's being so nice. Yeah, somebody tagged me in a thing yesterday. It's like, unfortunately, Disney will not allow its IP to be traded in OMI. We have determined that was a lie. Definity. They had a nice day yesterday. It's about a week left, but they are doing good things over there. A lot of money being made. Coinbase expands partnership with PayPal to advance stablecoin payments. Oh God, hiccups. Okay, there's this guy named Xeer, Xeer, 54,000 followers over on X, saying, you can't make this up. The entire Artifact Clone X collection no longer has any art because it's been restricted by Cloudflare. And Artifact is the one that has almost 400,000 followers. They had like the Nike NFTs. And some of you thought that this was the next CryptoPunks NFTs since it was abandoned. No, people actually, yeah, they got kind of wrecked on that. Even on OpenSea, like they have no image. It even says like the content has been restricted. Using Cloudflare's basic service in this manner is a violation of the term service. Please visit blah 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 to learn more. So yeah, you can have your interoperability, you can have your self-custody. It doesn't matter if the company goes under. I would much rather be with VeVe without any self-custody, because VeVe is just rolling in that dough. Again, to each their own. Moving on here. Congrats, constant progress. Also, be advised, I'll wait for Foster to talk about that tomorrow. Also, $5 trillion asset manager Fidelity says that Bitcoin supply on exchanges is dropping due to public company purchases. A lot of those. Ash Crypto says Bitcoin is trading at $93,000 now, and this is why you should never trust mainstream media, because mainstream media on December of 2018 had said, yes, Bitcoin was a bubble and it popped. And obviously now, because it was like $3,000, and now it's at $93,000. So again, mainstream media does tend to be wrong a lot. Death Bunny, talking about that Zier post from Artifact, saying, unless your NFT is truly on-chain, I don't want to hear you comparing it to the ones on VeVe. The media files for the majority of NFTs out right now are hosted off-chain. You just own the receipt/pointer. If the hosting is not paid, you will not see the media. You have Kaki Gaijin saying to everyone in the community or in the X community, if you want full ownership involves the image also being on-chain. You should only have CryptoPunks or ordinals or maybe IPFs in your wallet if that's the case, but we all know that you don't. Also, because VeVe's images can be up to 100 MBS, I think I saw them that big in the VeVeverse, then good luck having them fully on-chain. So yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. Damn, Kaki Gaijin going hard over there. Going hard. Comics and Crypto is releasing a video tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They sit down with legendary Boss Logic, has like 500,000 followers, visionary artist whose work has redefined digital art, pop culture, and the Web3 space. From reimagining iconic superheroes to collaborating with the biggest names in entertainment, Boss Logic continues to push creative boundaries. We dive deep into his journey, passion for collecting, and thoughts on the future of digital collectibles, and exciting projects, including his own cryptocurrency, which offers incredible utilities for fans. That is going to be sponsored by Fanable app tomorrow. U.S. tariff revenue rises 60% to $15 billion in April, a new all-time high. Go Trump. Go Trump. 12 U.S. states are suing Trump, calling his IEEPA tariffs unconstitutional and bypassing Congress. Not gonna lie, I disagree, but we will see how it goes. We're saying the Pokemon Center sold out Destiny Rivals booster box, DBs, and booster bundles, meaning no more PC prints from Pokemon. Damn! Also, comment down below if anyone was able to pre-order a Nintendo Switch 2, because a lot of people didn't. Hey, a lot of people didn't. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Where was I? Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Oh, look at Ralphie. Look at the little doggo. With there's a song called Alien on my mind with a girl named Caroline Quinn. And I've tried to contact her and be like, hey, can I get you on the channel? But no go. I'm obsessed with that song. It's really good. President Trump says that he had a meeting with China this morning, contradicting the Chinese lies, the lies that China has been purporting. Let's take a look at Bitcoin's at 93.9. Ethereum's at 1773. Let's take a look at some of our favorite tokens again. Oh, I'm hungry. OMI hasn't moved much since before. It's still at 00022. Let's do the Devi, because that was up a bit before. 71 cents, 71.8, so that stayed about the same. Take a look at Definity. What, 9% now? 2.85 cents, good for them. And then we'll do some DACAT just to see where it's at. No, it hasn't changed at all. Still down about 2.5% on the day. Now let's go to Shiro. The Shiro be having those 2 million in volume today. We're at about 2 million. Still down about 3% on the day, but over the last 7 days, doing pretty well. Pretty well. So I had the opportunity yesterday for the Switch at Target online. Most dropped at that time yesterday for pre-order. Go says, Randy, you won the Shiro bounty. Wait. What? I thought it was I thought it was at that was that it didn't end until, hold on one second here. I thought that didn't end until May 1st. The 22,000 in Shiro claimed, unless it's a you mean the what do you call it? Give me one second here. That was a different one. I was the Shiro bounty complete. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what I get. But yes, I had a fantastic story. Yeah, what are the what's the prize for that? I don't even know. All right, I got an @ here. Congrats. Oh wow, this is the winner. Claim within 24 hours. Always verify it's me. Okay, yeah. Well, hello, Captain Altcoin. Oh, he's in DeLorean Labs too. Okay, yeah, let me get the spread. My life is a party, my home is the club. Party like a rock star, dance until we drop. To the winners. We'll send you the ow. Okay, let me give a oh god. Verify it's me. Okay, let me send a message to my actually we have talked before. Oh, very good, very good. Paste. My wallet. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, I'm still not 100% sure what I win here. Send you DM. Okay, where are we here? Congratulations to the winners. Please DM me your claim. Yep. I'll verify it's me. Welcome to Shiro's Roaring Challenge. Okay, so this is all right. So this is different than the Roaring Challenge. I got the Bounty Challenge. The Roaring Challenge is the one where if you do the buys, you get the $10,000 grand prize, or the $5,000 second prize, the $2,000 third prize, or the 10 winners that get $500. D10. Oh, calling all. Yeah. Wait, how does it say I won? Did it? Chubby Cat? Oh, very good, very good. Thank you, far too kind. Oh wow, me and Vanessa called DeFi Vanessa. Now what is hers? I want to read. You know what? Let me go and read you mine. I want to read you my my entry here. One day, many moons ago, many humans worshipped a being named Bastet. She, being part cat herself, was the protector of cats and domesticity. And then one day, God sent out letters to a few animals and told them to bring their friends to a banquet he was having the next day. The mischievous rat Nincolum told Bastet that the banquet would be the day after tomorrow. So while Nincolum and 11 other animals enjoyed a feast with God, Bastet was dreaming of a meal that would never come. God then gave the rat and the other 11 animals immortality. Today, humans know them as the Zodiac. When Bastet awoke and learned that she was deceived, she went mad. She was so enraged that she split her soul in two. Her anger, jealousy, and will for revenge went into her evil creation known as Malice. After his creation, Malice killed Bastet and went on to learn the ways of humans so he could rule them. But God was watching and decided to step in. Realizing he couldn't let this evil go unmatched, he took the rest of Bastet's soul and put all of the goodness, joy, and love he could into it, not to mention a dash of mischief. Thus, Shiro was born. Both Shiro and Malice fought constantly. They could never defeat one another, so they left each other alone for over a millennia. One day, Shiro fell in love. Unfortunately, being immortal has its drawbacks. Father Time took Shiro's love, and Shiro went into hiding to mourn. Malice took this opportunity to spread evil and chaos. Humans know this time as the Dark Ages. Once Malice released a plague that killed 100 million humans, the Zodiac contacted Shiro to return and to save the world from Malice. They did. They trapped Malice in an underground tomb and sealed it with a powerful magical spell. But that spell came at a price. The memories humans had of Malice and Shiro were forever wiped. Only the Zodiac, whose existence is now shrouded in legend, remember, time went on, humans evolved, and the world changed. An archaeologist named Ivan James is on a dig, and he stumbled onto something that's making a bit of noise. He has no idea what hell he's about to unleash on the world. And I guess that's what won, so huzzah for that. Meow, meow, meow. Thank you all so much. Y'all are great. Okay, let's go to X and let's talk about some of the things that people are going and they are talking about on X. Let's see. Oh, damn. Ash Crypto says Bitcoin back above 94,000. Keep praying for 100K. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Oh, it's at 94.1. Oh, shake it. Don't break it. Let's go. I love that. There's an ad. Brian Morris says, what if Bored Ape Yacht Club visions, hand-drawn from imagination, went bananas? Maybe it will. I see what you did there. I don't know what that is. Marin also says, Trump border shutdown works. Crossing crash time to 60-year low in record time. Latest Customs and Border Protection data confirms illegal crossings have plummeted to their lowest levels in 6 decades, returning to the record lows of Trump's first term after Biden's unprecedented surge. Stark graph shows February-March apprehensions under Trump 2025 dropping to barely visible levels compared to the massive spike under Biden, and even lower than Trump's 2017 numbers. The administration's controversial policy of bypassing asylum claims currently facing court challenges has delivered immediate results as migrants realize the era of catch and release is definitely over. Get that bread. Make America safe again. Oh, we have a 5,000-year-old Peruvian girl boss found rocking fancy feathers and a toucan bling. Archaeologists have uncovered the remains of a high-status woman buried 5,000 years ago in Peru's coastal city of Caral, America's oldest known urban center. Wrapped in feathers and buried with ornate offerings, the discovery points to women holding powerful roles in early civilization. David Palomino, archaeologist, says this is an important burial because it has elements that correspond to a woman of high status. The find, complete with preserved hair, nails, and toucan beak, suggests gender roles in Corral were more balanced than once believed. Kind of small, ain't you? Seems a little small. Buried on her side. Interesting. Why did they bury her on her side? Why not like, Wakanda forever? No. Very interesting. And then I don't know what is that. What is that? The find complete with preserve. Yeah, okay. Source live science. Oh, it's a mass grave that was uncovered. Straight up metal. Archaeologists in Peru just found a giant stone tomb stuffing with 24 skeletons, and these folks did not die of old age. They were from the mysterious Aruni people, pre-Inca times. That's what I am. I am part Inca. And every single one had battle wounds. Did the Inca come in and destroy them? Did I destroy their people? They were from the men, women, and even kids all went down in some serious ancient battle scars. But get this, their squad buried them with style. Think corn cobs, pottery, stone tools, and cozy burrito-style wrappings in fancy textiles. Site dates back 1,000 years, and scientists are now 3D scanning the skulls and running DNA tests to figure out who these people were and what the heck happened. Damn, pre-Inca. That is pre my people. That is wild. That's always weird when Peru makes the news because I feel like I'm the only one from there that is. Anyway, you have Gary O at 1234CA3 over on X saying loading up on more OMI before OMI to NFT on Stacker World. Always easy to get money onto base at Foster Hilt. Let me go and give him some hearts for that. Gotta love the OMI. Gotta love that. Gotta love that, good sir. NBA playoffs. What is this? CryptKing.eth says EZA and Consensus 2025 Hackathon. Consensus is teaming up with EZA to host a mega Web3 hackathon inside Consensus conference floor, Metro Toronto Convention Center, from May 14th to May 16th. CryptKing says one of the hottest projects in Web3. They are cooking so hard and deserve everything they get. This is hackathons done right, mixing a little fun, and you got it. EZA, 200,000 followers on X. They follow me, and so does Dom bullish, easy A. So I'm going to go in and say to Dom, time for y'all to come on the podcast and promote it. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. All right. Secretary Sean Duffy says, from the Wright brothers to the first astronauts on the moon, our nation has always been the forefront of transportation technology, and why today we're unveiling a new automated vehicle framework from US DOT's innovation agenda. Very nice. I don't know who that is. William. Basically 2 years. Sui breaks in the top 5 largest made cryptocurrencies. Good for them. I don't care about that or that. Oh, hey, look at that. Crypto Josh is talking about the million bit homepage. And if you take a look at that, what is that in red? It's a little OMI down there. Little OMI. What else we got on these channels? No shortage. Judge shuts down Ozempic copycats. Interesting. And this is going to be it for this part. Oh, Vivek Ramaswamy says, massive swing across Northwest Ohio today. Great time visiting. Vanguard Sentinel, the vocational educational programs. Now we're going to go to my For You page. Oh, also happy birthday, Sparky. It's Sparky's birthday today. Everyone comment happy birthday, Sparky down below, and I'll go in and send it to her. Full self-driving supervised is $99 a month, which is effectively $3.33 a day. Your personal chauffeur for less than the cost of coffee. Elon Musk says it's worth it. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Lay it down, flip it in reverse it. Kaki Gaijin says, all the NFTs are not real and NFTs FUD boys out there. All those NFTs you have are basically like this, unless you have a punk or maybe ordinals. When your NFT is pointing to an image on a centralized server, your NFTs are basically like VeVes. Again, talking about the Zier post that I was talking about before. Nope. Cryptolo says, late good morning, fam. It's National Pigs in a Blanket Day, but we don't do pigs around here. Just cats with charges, bro. I am so hungry. I am so fat. I need it. Alt King says, Devi offers a non-custodial platform opposed to Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, FTX, etc., who are their custodians of your assets and in essence have access to do as they like with them. With Devi ecosystem, you're in control of your assets. This is the next huge move in crypto. It's crazy how important Devi is about to become to everyone. Link down below to the exchange. Y'all better use that stuff. My life is a party. My home is the club. Oh my God. All right. So MK with 92.45% burned. Look at that. Look at them getting that bread. They are super trending right now. MK is great. Good for them. Oh yeah, VeVe has they had mentioned before. Hey VeVe fam, we want to take a moment to sincerely thank every one of you who had plans or just excitement around MCM Comic Con. That's the one in London. We know how much these events mean, not just for collecting, but for connecting. For many in our community, it's an opportunity to meet in person after years of building friendships online. While VeVe won't have an official presence at MCM this year, we're excited to share some good news. VeVe co-founder and CEO David Yu, will be traveling to the UK at the end of May. He's looking forward to connecting face-to-face, hearing your stories, and celebrating everything that makes the VeVe community so special, exploring opportunities for community meetups and other ways to make this visit one to remember. Thank you for continuing to believe in us, even when plans evolve. You are the heart of VeVe, and we can't wait to bring more of that connection to life. Stay tuned for details. Orange Bag Lady is going to go to this. Says, can't wait to meet Yes. Squeezes have been brewing for 4 years. Oh God, hiccups. Oh, I don't have the hiccups. I haven't drank anything recently. Oh my gosh. It burns. I was like, happy birthday, Sparky. I see what you did there. Let me go in. Gotta wipe off the camera. Gotta wipe off the camera. Hold on, let me get a good face. I don't know if that was a good one. Oh God, it looks scary. But I'm gonna send it anyway. I'm gonna send it to her. Where's she at? Oh my gosh. Okay. They love you, Sparky. Okay, it is sent. Thank you, Omar. Let's see what else is there. That is an ad. Anniversary of the first appearance of Punisher on VeVe. Not bad, not bad. People talking about Ozempic. I know it's like a weight loss drug. I don't know why people keep talking about it though. It's not me. It's not me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Bitcoin back above 94. Let's get this bread. I love this game. Entertainment, gaming. Okay. 5 rings. Send you DM. Entries you guys get. Oh god, I haven't gotten anything yet. As far as entries. All right, let's keep on going. Shiro is awesome. We love Shiro. We love Pokemon. Bleeds Crypto says, if now K goes to $50 million market cap, I'm going to give someone $1,000 USDT. By now, and you'll have a chance to win. The heck is that? That Mickey Rourke? No way. I'm not even gonna. Okay. Memes at War says the leaderboard competition this week is insane. The top 5 really close to each other, all running to win $150 each. You challenge Ninja, Dr. Lupo, Tiefly, Shroud, ZSS Becker, Elliot Trades, and Tin Something Man. So I'm going to go to Chaos on the Chains here and take a look at some of the stuff that they. Yes, I am. Oh, yes. Guys, Sparky's going to come on. Let me copy URL. Come get this bread. I love this game. Okay, so we have Chaos on the Chains here. And we have a couple things to go over from them from the last day or so. Chaos on the Chains says, it's time to level up Chaos on the Chains, fam. They're going to have their beta out soon. They're going to have a couple of things. Chaos says, Chaos isn't bound to Earth. It's written in the stars, coded into alien relics, pulsing from distant realms where gravity bends and time fractures. The command station, just one of many. Outposts orbiting forgotten planets, black site missions beyond the Kuiper Belt, and realms cracked open by meteorites that just didn't fall. They were sent. In Chaos on the Chains, the battle stretches far beyond Earth. Suit up. The Void has missions of its own. And I say so many realities because one of their characters is going to be in the VeVe comic. And I'm not going to lie, he's really freaking cool. He's really great. And I love him. I will not say his name just yet. Or her name. Or its name. It could reduce by budding and mitosis and asexuality. Okay. So that's one of their posts. Another post is hero reveal. Meet the B2B spirit, the Phantom Sentinel. Silent, precise, lethal. The skies have a new guardian in Chaos on the Chains. Stealth isn't just a feature, it's a weapon. Oh, girl. That looks so good. That looks so heckin' good. Also, they say see you next week at Token 2049 in Dubai. I think Crappy Bird is actually going to that as well. I'm talking everything from crypto to the archaeological dig in Peru to this new game called Chaos on the Chains. And Bitcoin just hit 94K. So everyone is celebrating. Like I said, go crazy, folks. Go crazy. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going, shall we? Let's go. Breaking: the Fed ditches crypto red tape, tells banks go ahead and innovate. Federal Reserve just scrapped its restrictive crypto guidance that forced banks to get special permission before touching digital assets, opening the regulatory floodgates for traditional finance to enter the crypto space. Sweeping Thursday announcement, the Fed rescinded multiple supervisory letters from 2022 and 2023 that created major roadblocks for banks interested in crypto and stablecoin activities. Coordinated action with the FDIC and OCC signals a dramatic shift in how regulators view crypto, moving from hostile skepticism to cautious innovation support. a major victory for financial institutions eager to explore blockchain opportunities. Source: Federal Reserve Board Pass release. Tammy, you've got the youths. You've got a tournament to win. Don't get distracted. Win, Rocky, win. All right, sorry. Let's keep on going. It's Monumentum. Oh, yeah. We have Big Pharma and Big Food on the run. Let's go. Get that bread. Bobby Carpenter talking about Loveland before Warren. He was here before, but somebody was, long story. Not know. Damn, get that bread. We got people getting that bread. Thank you, sir. Yep. I'm very short in chips. So just outlast people, Tammy. I missed a comma over there, but it is okay. Let's go in and let's do a little more news, shall we? It was from today. What did we have? That was the artifact stuff that I went over. Bitcoin traded 93, unless truly stuff. The block, U.S. tariffs. Went over Ralphie. Starting soon. Imposters are around us. I went over the VeVe stuff. Kanye's mom reading his tweet about, oh my God, yeah. Kanye was crashing out the other day. U.S. stocks pumped hard. Bitcoin and crypto is next, says Ash Crypto Real. Is that going to be forever? We're not sure. NFL All Day says, screw it, sign jersey giveaway. If the Titans draft a QB tonight, we will give away an autographed jersey from the QB of Super Bowl 26. Champions to one person who retweet and tags 3 friends. 100 collect the official digital collectible of the NFL and NFLPA. Start ripping packs and collecting your favorite stars and rookies today. Ooh. Okay. Let's go over and do sent the message. I don't care about that message. Someone comment some stuff we want to go over because I want to talk about certain cryptos here. I am going to talk about Ed the Cat, or Ed the Nah Cat, as he's called. They're going to come on our show on Monday. That's going to be on the last seat with me and Sharby, all dolled up from Sharby. Whatever says the Kanye and several JD Vance memes. Bro, the memes have been straight fire, from JD Vance killing the Pope to Kanye giving the sucky to his cousin. Yeah, dude, wild. Memes have been straight fire. I love this game. I love this game so much. Anyway, let's continue to get this bread, shall we? Let's shout. Ed the Knockat says, ladies and gentlemen, we have an announcement. Starting this week, we'll be hosting the Base UTC spaces with our lovely friend, the cat lady from the official Base Build on Base account. More collabs with our new friends at the Base headquarters are coming this year. They actually sent me a comic, and the comic was really cool. So I haven't read it yet, but it looks cool. And then we'll go over and get that bread on Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for any, I don't even know if they have a crypto. I think it's just, yeah, it's just like a comic that they did, so which is really cool. I'm trying to get them on. Oh, is it all right? Where's their contract address? Hang on, I want to see what they're actually doing. Oh, buy now. How do I buy now? What is their contract address? Oh my God, it doesn't give it to me. No. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna figure this out. It's a joke. Rewards. I don't care about rewards. Join us. Can you give me a freaking contract address here? I guess it will not. Oh, contact Ed. No, I just want the. It says buy now, but when I go to it, it just takes me to the Uniswap chart, but it's not. Okay, I could just search it. Ed the Knockat. And it's on Base. Or maybe it's not. Maybe if I just type in Ed. On base, it's not doing it. Trump has the ability to constantly pump his token for the rest of his life. He does. He does. Anything he says. Anything he says, which, however you feel about that, good, bad, indifferent, it's something that's happening. Oh, I actually have a couple of other things that I need to go over. We have a hands-in factory. So every time one of these guys, this is like I forget their names. It's the up-tempo guys. So these guys are having a drop on VeVe, and it is a phygital drop. So they have a really interesting character there with a bird on its head, seagull. It's Horn Kahalo, whose name means light feet, is a surfer. 2,222 of him. That is a common. And then we have Kahalo version Rainbow. I guess he's the gay one. 1,111 of him. These are $15 each. And then you have this one's really cool. It's the deep sea version. It's all like chrome. Everything is chrome in the future. 222 secret rare. And then you have the Kahalo version monochrome, where is a version inspired by the early days. This is the phygital drop. So collectors who secure the Kahalo version monochrome, it's the common special edition. Oh, is there a common special edition? No. That was the 200. There's no way. Oh, okay. So this is the special edition. There's 30 of them. Okay, so there's only 30 of these guys, and I guarantee you it's really like 25. Because yeah, five editions are kept. So it's number 6 to 30. So collectors who secure the Kahalo version, common special edition, digital collectible on the drop, so you can't buy it from the market. It's got to be from, well, you can, but you won't get the digital version if you buy it from the market. From the blind box on the VeVe store, will be eligible to receive one of only 25 signed canvas prints by the Korean artist Up Tempo from Hands in Factory. Collectors who secure the digital collectible will be contacted via email for shipping information, and the recipient will need to respond within 60 days to claim the print. Very nice. Very nice. How much? I don't want to open the door. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. We've got. Let's go to Reddit, shall we? Let's go to Reddit and let's have. As we wait for the Sparky. Let's get this. Yeah. Let's get this bread. What is something? I'm not gonna go over that. Let's go to 4chan on Reddit and see what they're doing over there ever since 4chan got like hacked. I don't wanna. She's a nice lady. I'm not gonna do that. All right, so here's the type of stuff that is like on 4chan, where here's the video game character, and here's someone that looks nothing like her, and again, fine actor, fine actress. Seen her a couple things, but it's just the fact that it looks nothing like her. Oh, 4chan's actually back. Coming back confirmed by. Nope. Zisters, I think we made a mistake. Beep, is this beep what you wanted? What is that? I don't even like get this meme. I don't even understand. Oh, all right. Bethesda game. Shadow drop it and still a huge. All right. Bethesda game. Shadow drop it. Still a huge gain. Bethesda game. A new version of Skyrim released again. Bethesda game. Release it broken without no shame. Climb that mountain for no real gain. Wear a helmet with mold spores inside. Banning mods on Nexus again. Oh my god, this is so good. Grok is so advanced that it speaks back and sings too in all languages. That is wild. Last of Us second episode was crazy. I heard, bro. I saw this meme before of Pedro Pascal hugging someone, and then someone's like, "Bro, how did they acting like nothing happened?" And maybe someone died or someone slept with someone, or I don't know, but yeah, Last of Us, pretty great game here. Jack Rose says, so you're telling me we don't believe in they them pronouns? How about I make you a was were? Oh my god, was were aren't pronouns. These are so great. My face when Atlas shrugged is just smut for econ majors. Okay. More I read about Ayn Rand and objectivist philosophy, the more I start to think Rand was just a sub and wanted to get daddy down. Oh my god. By her strongman husband, though. I know she complained about her husband not being domineering enough, and a lot of her writing reads like something you would read on an archive of Our Own or Wattpad from a woman who wants to get strangled and tied to the bed. Oh my god. I mean, granted, she's a political nut, but I don't. Anyway, the post goes on to say, I'm fairly certain if she were alive today, Atlas Shrugged would have read a lot more like 50 Shades of Grey. It's an accurate analysis, or am I missing something? Let's see what the comments say on this one. And the first comment is just like, I don't read anything written by female authors. Oh my god. 4chan is cancer, but it is hysterical. Taking anything, oh my god. Some guys just like taking anything women do or say seriously, and he's can't believe they never did a sketch where Timmy played Ayn Rand. Oh my god. Okay, I can't read any more of the 4chan stuff. It is awful. Hysterical, but awful. Yeah, I haven't gotten into the Last of Us. I love Pedro Pascal, but maybe I should. Funny running gag. I feel like all of my Reddit is just like Gilmore Girls stuff and BoJack Horseman stuff. Aw, kitty. Sorry. State of Ohio. I don't care. I don't care about that. Sick of people coddling. Okay, I don't care about that either. Damn, there's really not much going on here. Let's go back to X because that was more fun. Let's see what else we got here. I thought I unliked you. Oh, they followed me back. That's why. Okay. Baby fawn. Nope. Elon saying, just trying to keep civilization going for longer. I think at least we want to build a city on Mars and become a multi-planet civilization. I think it would be incredibly important in ensuring the long-term survival of civilization. Bobby Carpenter said Mason Graham is one of my favorite players in this draft. He's a beast and has a super high floor. If they land their second pick, this is a great move. I guess there's some type of draft going on right now. Are we having fun yet? I think we are. Let's take a look at some other stuff that I haven't taken a look at recently. Let's go over Flow and see what the Flow is up to. Up 3% on the day to 40 cents. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that because I think about a month ago they were like 30-ish cents, and now they're 40. I will take that. Let's go to Illuvium and see what the Illuvium is doing. They're up about 2.5% on the day to $15. I think again a month or two ago, yeah, they were at $10, but now they're at 15, so they're up about 50%. Jimbo Lilingo says, hello, Master. Well, hello, Jimbo Lilingo. My man. Oh, God, get this, Fred. Oh, God, I'm going down. Ugh. What else do? Let's do Senate. Let's see where the Senate's going. They're down about 5.5% on the day. 22,000 in volume, down to a $1.3 million market cap. Still better than it was a few weeks ago. They were down to less than a penny, and now they are just over a penny. Let's do Spores Network and see where the Spores are going. They are also down 6.5% on the day. 106,000 in volume. With a kitty on my lap. No. All right, Sparky's not going to be here, so we are because her laptop is downstairs and she's upstairs with a kitty on her lap. Bring kitty with you. Bring kitty with you. We want to see the kitty. I want to see. Oh, God, that sounds so wrong. Mother flapper. Why? Oh my God, it's a cute kitty. That is a big kitty. That is a chunker. That is a big chunker. Yeah, I know, right? It's just like, why do cats have that name? Why do genitalia have that name? Wild stuff. Oh, she's got her VeVe logo in the back. Let's see if I can coax her to come on here. Anyway, probably not. But or yeah, just go on your phone. Just turn on your phone. Yeah. Zelensky says we're open to any audit, nothing to hide. As for the audit, we've always been ready from the very beginning of the war. We welcome inspectors from the US, Europe, and our own. There's complete transparency within our Ministry of Defense, access to all figures since year one. Russia tried to undermine US support with fake news, but we said send the inspectors. We have nothing to hide. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Mike Lee says, do you believe Zelensky's claim that every dollar Congress has approved for Ukraine has been properly tracked and accounted for? Elon Musk said that is the funniest thing he's read all day. Zelensky told Ben Shapiro that every cent of hundreds of billions of U.S. taxpayer dollars sent to Ukraine has been properly. I doubt it. Name's Russia. Nah, no, it's not. It's definitely not. Like I'm pretty sure I know for a fact that it's not. John Carter, Abdul Carter. Okay, Photoshop. Paramount is willing to dump diversity to please FCC and escape Trump's $20 billion lawsuit. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr is holding the line on limiting corporate diversity mandates as Paramount seeks approval for its critical Skydance merger. Telecommunications regulators' principled stance against quota-based hiring comes as more media companies recognize that forced diversity initiatives can undermine true meritocracy and quality journalism. Paramount appears to be getting the message, discussing the elimination of specific DEI requirements that critics have compromised objective reporting and newsroom independence in recent years. Merger review represents a broader shift towards the editorial integrity and the viewpoint diversity in American media after years of increasingly partisan coverage. Okay, what is this? Something cool. So on Farcaster, ClankerCon waitlist. It's entertainment and gaming based, so we should at least listen. Virtual space. Looks like GTA. What is ClankerCon? We're beyond honored to announce Jesse Polak as the most based of us all is coming to speak at ClankerCon 2025 on May 29th. Be joining a legendary panel alongside fellow pioneers who helped shape the on-chain frontier we all thrive today. This event simply wouldn't be possible without the foundation Jesse and his team built. Base isn't just a chain, it is a movement. ClankerCon is metaverse gathering for all the base communities, builders, and creators, and a celebration that consists of games, entertainment, giveaways, AMAs, panels, blah, 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 blah. That's interesting. You could open the door by going to that little deserted city. Oh, this is actually really cool. That looks pretty dope. It's kind of looks like the VeVe verse. That is pretty legit. Yeah. Love to see that out there. Love to see it out there. Oh, hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Hey now. Sorry. It's a lot of what dreams are made of. Court judge, there's nothing potential for us. I don't care about that or that. NFL, oh, it's NFL draft night. Okay, that's what it was. 69 minutes uncut vision for all, $5 fix for global site. What if the biggest global health crisis was blurry vision? Cryptolo says, just thought, caught wind of some wild moves cooking behind the scenes. The cat ain't sleeping. It's plotting. It do be plotting, though. Dr. Fuse is planning to be in London all weekend when they go to London next. When David Yu goes to London next month. Plan to be there all weekend. Hope to see more of the fam soon. Pistons are really trash. Maron Alpha says, AI's mega brain plans could cost $200 billion and suck power like a small nation. A new study says the future smartest machines might need nuclear reactor level juice to stay online. By 2030, the top AI data center could pack 2 million chips, cost $200 billion, and draw 9 gigawatts, enough to fry your local power grid. Georgetown, Rand, and Epic AI found the hardware cost and power needs are both doubling yearly, with even the ultra-efficient AI Colossus pulling as much energy as 250,000 homes. The AI boom keeps booming. Prepare for electric bills, carbon flights, and tax giveaways that scorch the earth. Wild. All right, I do believe Sparky is unfortunately not going to be here, so I will go in and end it right meow. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye. What should the outro be?
I am not your missing link. Let me tell you what I think. I think you could use a mint. Take a hit.
No, it's got to be.
Are you listening? Hear me talk. Hear me sing. Open up the door. Is it less? Is it more? Tell me, are you here? Are you here? Are you there? Something I should know. Easy come, easy go. Not in